Today I've got some tips and how-tos on laundry, including hanging things outside on the line. One of the things that I do to make it easier to do my laundry is I give everybody their own basket in their room, and then I decide what kind of laundry I want to do. I grab my own, an empty basket that I use for collecting dirty clothes or putting clean clothes into that are ready to fold. I'll take that into each bedroom, dump out the laundry basket that is in that room, grab all the things that I want from that basket, put it in my empty basket, and then bring that to the laundry machines. Makes it easy to collect. I used to have piles. Like I would sort all the laundry on Saturday and I would have piles and piles in the hallway, and that just got to be a big pain in the butt. So now I do it this way. It's a lot easier. So I'll show you how I do that. Here's my empty basket. This is my dirty laundry basket. I dump it out. Today I am picking out things that I'm washing with hot water. Light and dark, I'll separate them when I get to the washer. So for me, that's underwear, towels, rags, socks, stuff like that. So the stuff that doesn't go in that load, I just put back into the hamper that I keep in my room. I'm in the girls' room. Actually, they don't have a lot of things in their laundry basket, so I'm not even going to dump it out. Alright, so this is the giant basket of rags and towels and stuff. I'm going to just dump it into the other one. Now it's empty, so I'm going to put any of the dark rags. There's hair and stuff on this one. Take that off. I don't want that in my washer. Shake it out so it's not in a ball. All the dark stuff goes in, all the light stuff goes in the basket. This little tub right here, I just have for rags. Things that might have cleaners on it. I don't want those to get on other things. They might discolor it. So I have used rags put in this thing. See, like, this is an old napkin that has obviously been used with bleach. I don't want that bleach getting on my clothes. Alright, and now for the big basket. When I'm sorting, I'll do lighter gray stuff. It's gonna be gray anyway, so I wash it with the dark things. Things like this napkin that's like a lot of lighter colors. It has white on it. I don't really want the white to get all dingy and gray, so I wash it with the white stuff. If you have balled up socks, make sure you unball them. Usually they just stay in a ball in the washer, and that doesn't get too clean. Okay, let's see. This is almost a full load. So I'll fill it to almost full. I stick whatever the little container, I just throw that in there. And this kind of laundry, it's gonna be washed hot water, and I don't want it to have fabric softener in it, even though that would make the towels and things feel really nice. It also kind of gives it a layer of film, and I like to wash my glasses. I like to be able to wipe my glasses on any kind of rag. I don't want to have that film left on there. So I do a couple of drops of tea tree oil in the rinse and in the bleach area, and I put vinegar in there to rinse and bleach, and then I wash it on my sanitize load level. Clean all of the gunk off the top of the washer. Before you put laundry into your dryer, you need to clean out the lint trap. With a full lint trap, or even partial like this one, your clothes are not going to dry as quickly, and there's added risk of fire.
The following is information about hanging clothes on the line. Tips to help you get your laundry dry without using a dryer.
If you want to hang things on the line, you're going to need a few things first. You're going to need a clothesline. Really, you don't really need a clothesline. I used to use my fence. Here, let me pan around the yard and I'll show you. I used that fence over there. I hung my clothes on the fence. I know, that's like weird. Then you're gonna need clothespins. Always need clothespins. I have my clothespins in a cool basket that has a handle that I just drape from my arm. That's super handy. You're gonna need a laundry basket, of course, to collect your laundry in.
When you're buying clothespins, I recommend the long ones. They just seem to have a little bit more strength. They can hold up jeans and heavy towels by themselves. These are the kind I typically find, and they're just a little bit shorter. They're not quite as strong. I like to use them for lightweight clothes and individual socks, things like that. When you're taking your laundry out of the washer to hang it up to dry, it's important that you shake it out. So I will grab something. I like to put it right side out to hang it to dry. Shake it, and that loosens the fibers and allows them to separate just a little bit so that they dry a little bit faster.
When hanging laundry, I take it out of the dryer and put it in the basket in such a way so that all of the things that I want to hang it from are pointing in the same direction. Then what I'll do is take a couple of things out of the basket and hang it on the line where I am standing. So I've hung a couple of things on the line where I'm standing, and if I can't reach any farther, I just leave that one there and I move on to the next line. I hang the things on the line. I grab a couple at a time. So I've got 2 at a time, and then I will hang them up before I reach down again. So if you look at the laundry that I have on the line, I've hung each thing by the shortest, most sturdy part. So I have a napkin, which is very thin. So I have folded it in half and then hung it by one end. I've got towels hanging by the end. I have a tablecloth and some sheets that I've folded in half. So they're too long to hang by one end, so I folded them in half, but they're thin enough so that they only have 2 layers drying, just like the napkin or other pieces of clothing. I also have my comforter cover, the duvet cover, which has 2 sides on its own. Now if I
put it over just one line, it would have all 4 layers hanging together. So I have put it over 2 lines. You can see I've spread it out a little bit so it has some space. So it's got 2 lines. Hopefully the space on the inside, will help it dry. Also, check out the sky. It started out very cloudy this morning. The things that I put on the line when it's really not hot, I put out things that can stand to be in the sun for a while. I don't care if these things get faded. In fact, the white things, that will be very nice for them to get kind of bleached out by the sunshine. However, if I was drying things like shirts and jeans, I wouldn't want it to be hot so that those things got dried quickly and wouldn't get faded in the sun. So I wanted to show you how to hang up a shirt and a pair of pants.
I think people know how to do that.
The shirt you want to hang up by the bottom if it's just a regular t-shirt type shirt. It's strongest on the bottom. You want to hang a pair of pants by the top. Sometimes you'll encounter like a zip-up hoodie that you're not sure how to hang it up. You could hang it from each corner like that. That would be fine, but I find that kind of just gets stretched out. And so I end up hanging it from the bottom, and I kind of hold the sides together. So I'm gonna put my pins here and here. That way it kind of keeps its same shape. It doesn't get too stretched out because things on the line will stretch out a little as they dry. You could also zip it up and hang it that way if you're concerned about it losing its shape. You may also be confused as to what to do with these types of shirts with the collar and the buttons in the front. I like to hang it by the collar. You could hang it by the bottom just like you do with the zip-up sweatshirt, but I think it helps the collar stay straight. If you're hanging a mixed load of jeans and shirts, put all the jeans and sweatpants on the part of the line that was closest to the sun. So these things will get the most sun all day long, while things in the back, lighter things, they'll get still the warmth from the sun, but not always direct sunshine. One of the cool things about hanging things on the line is that you'll be able to get wrinkled parts out if you want. So like at the bottom of these, the hem, it was all curled up, and maybe in the dryer it will still be wrinkled up, but I can put it on the line and straighten it out and it will dry nice and stiff like that. You can do that with any parts. If I wanted this part, the fly, to be nice and flat and straight, I could have buttoned it and just hung it buttoned, but I don't really care about that. I want it to dry, so I left it unbuttoned. You want to make sure that pockets are tucked in if you got a pocket all crumpled up over here, it's not going to dry as well. The big thick things I hung with their own clothespin on the edge. But you can see these things, they're lighter, so I just put them together with a clothespin. I did that with all of my light things. Pants that have kind of a thicker waistband, I put the clip inside a little bit so that there's a little bit of space in there to help it dry. During the day, I will come out and check to see how dry things are. I'll check the pockets. This spot has like 3 layers, so I want to check that. The crotch also needs to be checked. I know, well, it's kind of hinky. Come check the crotches. But that's the part, especially right on the inside of the legs. That part needs a little bit of extra time. So if I come out here and most of the laundry is dry, I'll check the real, the real thick parts. If that's dry, and I know I can take everything in. The lighter things, if all the parts that I feel on the lighter clothes are dry, I'll take the lighter clothes down first and then just leave these heavier things. And if they don't get all the way dry and the sun goes behind those trees over there, then I will just take everything down. Okay, we've got shadows on the clothes, so it's time to take them down. If you leave them up after the sun goes down and it starts to cool off a little bit, bugs start to collect in them. So if you get them before the dew point comes down, you're good. The jeans weren't all the way dry, so I took them down first and popped them into the dryer for about 10 minutes. Now I'll take the rest of the clothes off the line. That sound you hear is me kicking the laundry basket over a little bit so that I can drop the laundry from the line right into the basket. You want to make sure to keep your clothespins inside. If you leave them outside, they rot pretty quickly. One of the things that I like to do is hang my laundry on the line so that I can easily fold it up and then put it on my bed. So I have this top sheet. I've got it so that it's the bottom side is up. So I'm just gonna lock it over so it's already kind of folded, and take it off the line, and I can bring it straight to my bed, lay it down, unfold it to put it on. I'll do the same thing with the bottom sheet. Look for more of my videos about other laundry tips and peaceful videos of laundry simply hanging on the line. That's all today from Living the Leech Life.